When people hear 90 days, most think it's too short to change anything big in life. But the truth is, 90 days is enough to take a dream that feels far away and make it real. Imagine this: 3 months from now, you could be holding the first draft of your book, running the small business you always talked about, or finally seeing the body you promised yourself you would build. The reason most people don't get there isn't because their dream is impossible, it's because they never give themselves a clear plan and a set amount of time. Napoleon Hill taught that success comes from having a definite purpose and a burning desire, and when you combine that with focused effort, results come faster than most people expect. So here's the question: what if you gave the next 90 days everything you had? What if you treated these 3 months as the most important stretch of your life? By the end of this video, you'll see how powerful that decision can be. Before you can turn a dream into reality, you have to know exactly what that dream is. This sounds simple, but most people skip this part. They say things like, "I want to be successful," or "I want to be rich," but that's not clear enough. If you can't describe your dream in one simple sentence, your mind won't know where to aim. Napoleon Hill called this having a definite purpose. Think of it like setting a destination in a map app. If you don't type in the address, you'll never get there. So the first step is to sit down with a notebook and write your dream as clearly as possible. Instead of, "I want money," say, "I want to save $5,000 in 90 days. Instead of, "I want to be healthy," say, "I want to lose 10 pounds and walk 5 miles without getting tired." The more clear and specific you are, the stronger your focus will be. This is the foundation, because once your dream is written down in a sharp and simple way, you can build the entire 90-day plan around it. Once you know your dream, the next step is to train your mind to believe it can happen in 90 days. This is where most people fail, not because they don't have talent, but because they don't believe strongly enough. Your mind is like the engine that drives everything else. If it's weak, the journey stops before it even starts. Napoleon Hill said, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve," and those words are more than just a nice quote. They're a warning. If your thoughts are filled with doubt, you'll talk yourself out of action. But if you build a habit of thinking, "Yes, this is possible for me," then every step feels lighter. The way to do this is simple: repeat your dream to yourself every day, imagine it as if it's already true, and replace every "I can't" with "I will." It might sound small, but in 90 days, this daily mental exercise can completely change how you act, how you see problems, and how fast you move toward your goal. A dream without a plan is just a wish, and 90 days can slip by quickly if you don't break it down. The smartest way is to divide the journey into 3 parts: the first 30 days, the next 30 days, and the final 30 days. Think of it like climbing a mountain. You don't reach the top in one giant jump, you move in stages. In the first 30 days, your focus should be on clarity and preparation. This means setting up the tools, routines, and habits you need. In the second 30 days, you shift into action, pushing yourself to take daily steps even when it feels uncomfortable. By the last 30 days, you're not just working, you're refining, adjusting, and building momentum so the dream actually becomes real. Napoleon Hill called this organized planning, and it works because your mind doesn't get lost in the size of the dream. Instead, you see small, clear steps you can take every day. For example, if your dream is to write a book, the first month is for outlining, the second month is for writing chapters, and the last month is for editing. This way, every day counts, and you know exactly where you stand on the path to your goal. Big dreams don't come from one giant action, they come from small steps you take every single day. What you do daily shapes who you become. If you waste your mornings, you lose momentum. If you stay consistent with small good habits, you build strength that compounds over time. Napoleon Hill called this autosuggestion, which simply means training your mind by repeating and living your goals until they become natural. Start each morning by reading your dream out loud, picturing it as already real, and reminding yourself why you want it. This keeps your mind sharp and focused. At night, take a few minutes to review what you did, what went right, and what needs to improve tomorrow. Even one focused hour a day adds up. After 90 days, that's 90 hours of pure effort toward your dream. Imagine someone learning guitar. If they play just 1 hour daily, in 3 months they will sound completely different from when they started. Habits may feel small in the moment, but they are the real engine that makes your 90-day plan work. No matter how clear your dream is, the road will never be smooth. There will be days when you don't feel like working, times when fear creeps in, and moments when people around you don't believe in what you're doing. These are the points where most people quit, usually around the first or second month, when the excitement fades and the hard work feels heavy. Napoleon Hill taught that persistence is the key that separates winners from those who give up. The truth is, problems are part of the journey, not a sign to stop. When procrastination hits, remind yourself why you started. When fear shows up, take one small step forward anyway. And when negative voices try to pull you down, choose to protect your focus by limiting how much you listen. Think about it this way, 90 days will pass whether you keep going or not. The only question is, do you want to look back and see excuses, or see progress? Every roadblock is a test, and if you push through, you'll be part of the small group of people who actually finish what they started. It's one thing to hear about principles, but it's another to see how they play out in real life. Many people have turned their dreams into reality in just 90 days, and their stories prove what's possible when focus and discipline come together. For example, a young man who always wanted to start a small business decided to use the 90-day rule. In the first month, he researched products and set up an online store. In the second month, he started selling, even though sales were slow at first. By the third month, he had steady orders and a small income stream that continued to grow. Another story is of a woman who struggled with her health for years. She committed to walking daily and eating simple, clean meals for 90 days. By the end, she had lost weight, felt stronger, and had the confidence to keep going beyond the 3 months. There was also a student who wanted to improve his grades. He used the 90-day focus to study 1 extra hour every day, and in a single term, his scores jumped higher than he thought possible. These stories show a clear truth: 90 days can change your life if you're willing to stay consistent. If they could do it, so can you. Now it's time to bring everything together into one clear 90-day action plan. Think of it like a map with 3 main stops. In the first 30 days, your job is to define your dream clearly, build the right mindset, and prepare your tools and routines. This stage is about clarity, writing down your goal, speaking it daily, and setting up habits that will carry you forward. In the next 30 days, you shift into real action. This is where you follow the steps of your plan, stay consistent, and adjust when things don't go perfectly. You'll feel resistance here, but pushing through is what builds real progress. In the final 30 days, you focus on finishing strong. This means doubling down on your efforts, cutting out distractions, and making sure your dream is no longer just an idea but something real in your life. By the end of these 90 days, you will see how much can change when you give your all for a short, focused period. Napoleon Hill's message was always simple: don't wait for the perfect time, start now, and keep going until your dream stands in front of you. 90 days is all it takes if you truly commit.